me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No!
Leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. Whenever I want to hear your voice to you, please God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop calling me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No!
Leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. Whenever I want to hear your voice to you, please God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop calling me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No!
Leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. Whenever I want to hear your voice to you, please God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop calling me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No!
Leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. Whenever I want to hear your voice to you, please God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop calling me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No!
Leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. Whenever I want to hear your voice to you, please God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop calling me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No!
Leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. Whenever I want to hear your voice to you, please God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop calling me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No!
Leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. Whenever I want to hear your voice to you, please God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop calling me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No!
Leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. Whenever I want to hear your voice to you, please God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop calling me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No!
Leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. Whenever I want to hear your voice to you, please God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop calling me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No!
Leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. Whenever I want to hear your voice to you, please God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop calling me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No!
Leave me alone.
0
Just talk to me for 2 minutes. First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting. That guy's been raping.
This is Cynthia Ortiz. These are the Charles Perry Stalker podcasts. He's doing a lot worse than stalking. He's trafficked me. Sold me to some guys in Houston, realtor guys in Houston. Natalie Holloway's name, oddly, keeps coming up in police chatter, Mr. Perry. When you do the crime to me, you get caught. I'm going to have to repeat myself again. We're so glad when you're going to be in jail. We don't have to repeat ourselves anymore. You guys, I have never in my life had to repeat myself this much. I worked in a strip club with some people who were high and didn't finish high school. And I said it one time, and they understood perfectly, and they acted like they understood perfectly. And not you, delusional, whack job. not you. We got to say the same thing everybody else just knows. And we got to say it over and over and over. And we're sick and tired of you. We get the help with information. You get told on. We get the help with information, sir. Look at it. You get told on. We get the help for 10 years, every single day, all day long, with information. You are hated, and you are told on. We get it? Snap of a finger. You've made a lot of phone calls trying to find out who's helping me. I can't do this by myself. There's no way. And nobody will help you. Our guys will not dignify you with a phone call. You're disgusting. You disgust everybody. Mr. Perry already today types in my phone, I took everything you have. You have nothing. I'll buy you. I'll pay. No. Listen to the word I just said. No. You're not going to get me to be complicit with your crime. I said no. I said no. I've said no for 10 years, every day, all day long. Now you guys got Tim. Let's just go grab her. Let's just go kidnap her. I got my plane ready. The transponder's off. Nobody'll see us. What the fuck is that, Tim? Now we call you transponder off, Tim. So you're caught. Charles enjoys getting... Here's the thing. When you do the crime to me, you get caught. When you do the crime to me, Tim, you get caught. When you do the crime to me, you get... Charles knows that. We quote you every day. We have for 10 years. Can you not spot a pattern after 10 years? Cause and effect. When you do the crime to me, that's the cause. The effect is you get caught. You got nothing else. For 10 years, you got nothing the fuck else. Nothing. Not for the first time, Charles, we have intel. You have nothing but you're told on. Millions of dollars you paid for a cover-up bought us intel. We're sick of your stupid. I'm sick of repeating myself. I'm sick of the stupid that you are. Look at it. We quote you. You're not quoting us. Stop bothering me. Stop bragging. Stop. What are you bragging about? We quote you. You're not quoting us. We're going to name your people again because you're not in reality. You little fucktard. Lucius. Calvin. Your nickname guy, Muffin Man. Blankenship, Desiree, Andrew, James, Ruben, Lawrence, Doug, Tim, Oscar, Bruce. What was the other? Greg. Isn't there a Greg in this? Nesbitt. Dickie, Richard. Blankenship, Desiree, Beverly, Renee. Name one guy helping me. Oh yeah, you can't. Look at reality, fucktard. You have, in 10 years, not even one name of the guys helping me. You guys run around all day long, every day. How does she know about that? How'd she find out? How'd she know? How'd she find out? We've never had one with this much longevity. We're quoting you. You're not quoting us. You stupid, pathetic, pissant, fucktard, pussy, coward. You feel tough when you beat down women? I took everything you have. You don't have dental care. Uh-huh. Well, the guy tell you, I think she has no dental care because you keep taking her money. That always gets us intel. Mr. Perry, I'm going to say it one more time. Stupid. When you fuck with me, that gets us more intel. You get caught. Hey, fucktard. When you fuck with me, that always, for 10 years, every day, all day long, gets us more intel that will be used to put you in jail. The intel, Charles, will be used to put you in jail. So we got your Huntington's disease causes. Clearly, you're psychotic and you're stupid. Our shrink is like, Mr. Perry, is showing symptoms of Alzheimer's or senile dementia or something. She's got to repeat herself all the time. It's maddening. It's like nails on a chalkboard. And she has to say the same thing, and he still doesn't get it. Things are not clicking for that guy. I think he can't understand a word she says. I think he doesn't know. I think he's got severe mental illness and severe mental retardation. She was right. Huntington's disease causes the mental illness, delusion, hallucination. You see things that are not there. How embarrassing. You're all arrogant. You're all, I demand and I want and I'm entitled. And you're not. You're just pathetic. You're just rejected and you're just hold on. Now, stop bullshitting yourself. You see things that are not there. How embarrassing. Stop embarrassing everybody. So, delusion, psychosis, hallucinations, and paranoia is the mental illness part. And he also has impaired cognitive reasoning. Can't put two and two together. Can't understand cause and effect. Can't identify cause and effect. Can't understand before and after. Can't identify before and after. Can't identify his legislative duties or what state he legislates in. Can't understand. Same and different. So we gave the example the other day that we all learned in daycare. We all fucking learned it in daycare. Here, Johnny, at the morning break, we would like for you to stand in front of Susie, go before Susie in line for morning break. Do that every morning. We're going to do it the same every morning. You go in line before Susie. In the afternoon, we're going to do it different. Go after Susie. Same, different, before, after. Right there. Right? If you do it right, we'll give you a gold star. Cause is if you do it right. Effect is you get a gold star. This is daycare, Charles. You're what, 70? 60, 70-year-old little old man, little old fart wrinkled up. Sits there and watches TV and pretends that's his life. Boring. Rapist. You are violating me in the most vulgar, awful way by watching me in the privacy of my home, and you have no right. You are a sick son of a bitch. And so, guess what? Somebody got in touch with our guys. Perry does not want her knowing that he has Huntington's disease. We fucking hate that bitch. We're sick of him coming up here and watching what he's doing to her. So we're going to make sure you guys know it's Huntington's disease. You were right. Your shrink was right. Everybody was talking, don't let her ever find out he's got Huntington's disease. He wants to make sure she never finds that out. And so guess what? They get a call. We're going to make sure she finds out. We're sick and tired of that bitch coming up here, wasting everybody's time. And we're sick of watching what he's doing to her. So we wanted to make sure you knew he has Huntington's disease. Because he didn't want her to know that. So let's make sure she knows that. You're hated. You're not entitled, bitch. Were you on welfare as a kid or something? Where do you come on? Where do you get off? Here's the thing that you're entitled to do. Comply with the law. Go be normal. So Natalie Holloway's name is coming up in chatter. And our guy's like, should we extract her? Or did you want to turn her over? There's a lot you can do on your own. And if we have to do it for you, we'll never forget that, nor will you. We'll never forget. We told you Cynthia's privacy is not to be invaded anymore. You do not contact her. Do not contact her family. Do not contact anybody she knows in any form at all, directly or indirectly, and she had better fucking not be broke again. Get your hands out of her wallet so she can afford her own dental care. Stop making problems. Stop making problems. Because you make a problem for her, we're going to make 20 for you. 20 you will not get out of. And that was in March 2020. Look how much more we got. We got Muffin Man's name. We got Lucius, Geppetto, Calvin, Sanjay. Sanjay's your hacker. Geppetto's your witch. Calvin's bald and fat. Right? Nobody's going to help you, Charles. Nobody wants to help you. Everybody's sick of you. And the more you ask for help, the more mad everybody gets and the more intel we get. You want to kidnap me, Tim? Just throw me on a plane? Okay, the little bullshit stunt you played with my school that caused the delay in school loans, and at the same time, all of a sudden, here's the thing. I've been in school for 4 years. I've never failed a class. Mr. Perry will... In fact, I had a 3.9 GPA until I said I have a 3.9 GPA. Then a bunch of prissy pants guys, Perry's people, had a meeting. How can we make her fail? They jammed up my computer. I couldn't even get assignments in. So every professor that I've had, Mr. Perry, every single one of them, but like 2, and I know one for sure had no choice. But it was a different kind of homework. It was you sit down and you take a math test and you're done. So it was a little bit less time consuming, and not like writing an essay and you got to do a lot of research and shit. It takes a lot more time. Because when you're fighting somebody who's trafficked you, sold you, and they're trying to completely devastate and ruin your life to make you go along with it, make you be complicit. We're gonna take everything you have. I took everything you have. I'll buy you. He actually typed that in my phone this morning. I'm like, dear God, you're not all there, are you? Look what we have. Look what we have. Look, you little bitch. You little fucktard bitch. At all the intel we have about your crime. We've got stuff nobody else has. We quote you. You are not quoting our meetings. We're naming your people. You are not naming ours. You're not all there. It is embarrassing. How stupid. You fucking embarrass everybody. We're sick of your stupid. Everybody's sick and tired of you not getting what's really happening to you. The intel will be used to put you in jail. The intel we get will be used to put you in jail. It will be used against you in a court of law. You are going to jail. Everybody's sick of the torture and torment you're putting me and my family through. It is not okay, and you don't know who I know. You're stepping on very powerful toes. Get a grip on reality. We quote you. You're not quoting us. We have your people's names. You do not have ours. Now David runs around. I gotta figure out how this works. I think she's lying. I think it's shapeshifters and aliens. I think that's what it is. I think she's psychic. I don't know how this works. Wow. You know a lot more than you think you do. But here's the thing. They make sure you don't know, David. Dumb David. Any good cop that's doing undercover doesn't want his cover blown. Dumb. They don't want you to know the how, what, when, who, where. They can get a lot more done if you don't know who they are. Remember Dead Lucky and Almost Dead Framed Mike? Remember those two? We think about it every day. We never stop thinking about it. You were told, get him out. You're told, give it back and get the fuck out. Fix what you broke. If you don't, they're going to do it for you. And then they'll never forget that it was them that had to do it, not you. Nor will you. You don't have a choice. The choice is you do it or they do it for you. What they will do for you, if you do it, is then when you're in sentencing, they'll tell the judge, show some mercy. They took care of the problem. They fixed what they broke. They cleaned up their mess all by themselves. If not, they'll tell the judge, show no mercy. We had to do it for them. When you're gone, Charles, I'll never be broke again. I will get my privacy back. I'll get my family back, and I will never. They'll fix every mess you made. So why in the fuck would I ever help you? Please help me ruin your life and traffic you and murder you. Please help me do that. Wow, why would anyone help you do that? You've got some people that kiss your ass. Better them than me. It's not going to be me. I'd rather be the martyr. Any day of the week. Any day of the week. Than stoop so low as to kiss the ass of a sex weirdo, pathetic little pussy like you. You're weak. You're impotent. You're pathetic. You have no control over yourself. We've always controlled the flow of information, not you. Not you. So they're not going to tell you anything, David. Sit there and trying to figure it out. Maybe it's the cobwebs. Let everybody get rid of the cobwebs. Maybe they got something in the cobweb and the spider webs. We're like, oh my god. Have fun. Hope you don't get bit. They're gonna make sure you don't know, because you guys have a bad habit of obstructing justice. You have a bad habit of coercing witnesses to say something else that they did, against their will, like you're trying to do to me. I took everything you had. We want you to lie. I wasn't supposed to know there was an affidavit. I wasn't supposed to know there was a forgery. But I do. But I do know. I wasn't supposed to know you sold me, but I do know. Now, why is Natalie Holloway's name coming up all the time? We'd better secure the compound? What compound? We've got to beef up security at the compound. Natalie hasn't gone by Natalie Holloway in years. You turn her over. Because if they have to do it for you, they will not forget that. Nor will you. Nor will you. So we have documented every fucked up weirdo thing you guys have done. Look at this. Does she have any grandkids? She has one grandbaby, and Charles told her son not to allow Cyndi to see her until she's complicit with being trafficked. And he said that is coercion. He said he's keeping her from her family until she's complicit with being trafficked. She came to Oklahoma to get away from him and be with her family. He's keeping her from her family. But guess what that does, you fuck? See that McNamara email? When we got that McNamara email that says I'm going to false arrest her and force her and coerce her and entice her to lie, and her kid too. You know what somebody said about that email? It's a good thing she sent that email to her ex-husband, because my guess is her ex-husband flipped out and called them and said, you leave my kid alone. So her son got to go to college because she sent that email. Otherwise, he'd have been in jail too. Charles is all about captivity, sadism. He's a sexually dysfunctional, I can't perform normal in the bedroom, sick little fuck sadist. He gets off on hurting people. But you got caught when you did it to me. You understand what I'm saying? When you do the crime to me, it's different. Why? This right here should have let you know it was different. And yet you're a dummy. Fucktard. Didn't get it. This matters. And you didn't know that, did you? So you guys have kind of made it so easy, it's not even fair. And those of you who kiss his ass better you than me, you stoop yourself that low? You think that little of yourself, that's the best you can do in your life, is kiss the ass of a sex fuck? Wow. I'd rather be the martyr any day of the week. They got this to me in jail. Fabian's name, not yours. Fabian's name, not yours. Fabian, the one that said, I think you deserve better than to spend the rest of your life being harassed by this guy. Right there in jail, wasn't up to you. This wasn't up to you. You little fucktard have no idea what it means that I have that, do you? I have the right to express how you make me feel, which is raped and violated. I have the right to express what I think of you, and I think you are a fucktard. I think you are a pussy. I think you are a coward. I think you are pathetic, and that's my opinion of you. I think you embarrass everybody, because you got a weirdo problem and no power over it. You're stupid, and people have to repeat the same thing for you, over and over, and it's still not clicking. Charles, we quote you, you're not quoting us. That's that right there. You can't quote one of our guys' meetings, not even one. We either quote you every day or something about you. You want me pulled over? Pull her over again this weekend. That's all we heard. And then he starts typing it on my phone. I'm going to have you pull over again. Tim and his airplane and his kidnapping plan. We got it. They got it, Tim, on wire. They got you telling my teacher, fail her. I emailed the school and I'm like, you don't understand. These guys are under investigation. They're a threat to national security. Human trafficking funds terrorism. Professor Hebron at University of Phoenix, would you like to be responsible for the next 9/11 because you contributed to sex trafficking? The funding. Let's take your money. All of a sudden, in all these years, that happens. The one professor who won't take my assignments late, when I'm being trafficked, people are trying to ruin me. Most people couldn't stand 5 minutes in my life. I've done this for 10 years. 10 years, trying to fucking kidnap me. And every other professor's like, yeah, if you need some time, I'll give you some extra time. Here's the deadline you gotta have it in by. The Friday after the last Monday, the week 5 Monday. At least get it in by then, otherwise I can't do anything after that. So, because I'm like, yeah, these people take up a lot of my time trying to survive being trafficked and murdered and kidnapped every fucking day and starved, coerced. We're gonna make unbearable duress on her so she'll be coerced to be complicit with being trafficked. That by itself is a huge crime. Huge, massive ass crime. And you got a bunch of that. Grand larceny with intent to coerce, deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce, interference with commerce with intent to coerce, and that includes what you did with my school. Because what that did is I had school loan money, excess funds, due on July 13th. You fucked that up for me and you knew that. You shouldn't have known that, but you're hacking me. You're violating privacy laws, and so did she. It's not just a lawsuit. She's going to go to jail with you because you interfered with money, federal loan money. When you called her up and said fail her so she can't get that money. Then all of a sudden and it's crisis management. And I'm like, you bitch. You're teaching us how to help people who are in crisis by fucking us over when we're being what? By contributing with a very bad crime. Very, very, very bad crime. It's not lawsuit, lady. It's jail for you. These guys are going to jail. We know you guys talked. There's likely a recording. So, I told you to fix that. If they have to fix that for you, we will not forget that, nor will you. You've had a month. You failed. That got us a lot more intel, didn't that? Dental care. She hasn't had dental care, Mr. Perry. Cynthia can make money. We're not stupid. We can all see that. Do we have stupid written on our forehead, sir? You're taking her money. That's why she can't afford dental care. So don't go in there and act like you're a hero. Oh, I'll offer her dental care. You're the villain. You don't cause a problem and then come in and go, I can solve the problem. See, I'm a hero. No, you're the villain. Somebody ought to beat the hell out of you just for saying something like that. I'm not kidding you. You got people, somebody said that she needs to get a gun and take his ass out. But she's not like that, so I know she won't do it. And I won't. That's not my way. But you got a lot of people thinking that wouldn't, no, I don't think anybody would fault her if she did. Kind of has that coming. Okay, it's not going to happen. That's not my way. You know, it certainly is discussed as maybe she ought to get a gun, take his ass out. Speaking of it, and I won't do that. Everybody knows it's not going to happen. That's not my way. Here's the thing, though, Mr. Perry, is that you're trying to frame me for a murder. And I've said over and over and over and over and over. That's not my way. By the way, I don't have any friends. You won't let me see my family. I don't go do anything social. For many, many years, you've ran my friends off. The shrink looked through all my emails and all my Facebook messages and all my posts, and she goes, you can tell right when he came into your life, all that stopped. All your life, you got all these people emailing you and texting you and all, oh, we love you, and you can tell you had some very good friends. All of a sudden, here comes Charles. You were supposed to get him elected, and that was that. But then he makes you a target, and you can tell that date. All of a sudden, stopped. All of a sudden, all of that, you've had all your life, friends that loved you, friends that would check on you, friends that would say, well, you know, haven't heard from you, good, send you an email or something. All of a sudden, that stopped. So, what he said is, You will pay her back what you took. There's not going to be a threat. And he said it in response to your threats and bribes. I'm going to starve you into a lie. I'm going to interfere with your contracts. I'm going to interfere with your commerce. I'm going to interfere with everything you try to buy and sell. I'm going to get in your bank accounts and hack you and find out when you got school loan money coming and make sure they fail that class. We also had that storm in Tulsa. The storm in Tulsa knocked out electricity all over the town. There was nothing open, hardly. There were 3 gas stations open. Those 3 gas stations that were open had 30 minutes to an hour wait to get gas. Everybody in town went to go get gas at those 3 places that were still open. I'm calling friends in a different town. Friends that I barely talk to because you don't let us talk. In a different town, do you guys have gas stations open over there? I don't know. I haven't needed gas. Let me check. And that was a childhood friend, somebody I've known since childhood. That happens, barely talks to me, but talks to me at least a little. And then we have, okay, so here's the thing. You have no electricity to charge your computer or your phone to do your online college assignments, right? Then, also, I'm DoorDashing, so you have no gas to DoorDash. There's no gas to go DoorDash. There's no gas to go work, to make money, to eat. There's nothing open to go buy food. There's nothing, thankfully one of the neighbors cooked up a bunch of shit that was going to go bad in his fridge and gave me some food. So you can't take it in your car and charge it because your car needs gas. So there's no door dashing, there's no charging your phone. If we did a little bit, very, very little, until the things start opening up and we can go fucking buy gas. So for several days there's no gas. I mean, you have to sit in line forever to get gas, and then within a day or two, I think they were all out of gas. There was no gas left to buy because everybody was trying to get it. So I got to go through not just being trafficked and people trying to kidnap me and people trying to starve me until I lie and be complicit and all that. I also have a storm. Every other professor, the stalking and that stuff is enough. The crisis management professor tells me, it's not only, first she says, yeah, it's fine. It can be late. Then she says, no, I'm not going to include the assignments that you did. I'm going to fail you like you didn't do them. Because in complete crisis management, here's how we deal with people in crisis. Being trafficked, somebody trying to traffic you and coerce you and starve you until you lie and all that stuff, that's a crisis. For every other professor in 4 years, that's enough. But this class also we had the storm. And it's not enough. She's going to jail with you. It is not a lawsuit, sir. The intel is for you to go to jail. The intel, Mr. Perry, I'm repeating myself again, dum-dum. We cannot wait till you're in jail because we won't have to say it over and over and over and over and over for the stupid guy. We won't have to say it again over and over and over for the little fucktard. Get a special ed teacher to help you. People are sick of that. Everybody's sick of that. The intel is to put you in jail. She's going with you. We heard you tell her, fail her. You, David, Lucius, didn't the 3 of you do that? Now, how do I know that? Why is Natalie Holloway's name coming up? Look at this. She can't go back to the club. Wow. Is it up to you? When I got that, Calvin, was that up to you? Did you say that, Calvin? Yeah, I don't know. Dental care, she can't see her family. So these were the recordings of just yesterday. That's just yesterday. Right? And then just last night, we got Tim like, let's just kidnap her and throw her on my plane. I'll turn the transponder off. Jesus. And Natalie Holloway comes up again in your conversations. And then I'm like, they're talking about Natalie Holloway. And the guys are like, should we extract her, or do you think they'll just do what we told them to do, give it back, and get out? Give back what you took, fix what you broke, and get the fuck out. That's in response to your threats and your bribes. You owe me $1,000 a day for watching me in the privacy of my home, using my body for your entertainment in your pretend life, your little make-believe world, plus $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent. Okay? That's a legally owed debt. We can do it in and out of court. I don't care, but you're going to pay it. So, see, when you're in jail, the guys will pay me. Yeah, we had a conversation before all this started. They said we can't. It's a need to know, and they cannot find out who we are. We can get a lot more done if they don't know. If they find out, we're gonna start having problems. It's gonna compromise the integrity of everything we do. They cannot find out who we are until we're handcuffing them. They can't. So we can't pay you because that'll show who we are. These guys get up in these women's banks. They watch everything that goes on in their bank accounts. They'll clone your phone. They're gonna watch everything you do. So we can't pay you until it's over. It's gonna be a couple of years. Is that okay? And I'm thinking 3 years, sure. I can do that for 3 years. And little did I know it was gonna be longer than that. It's been 10. So, I'm fine with it. I'm not gonna be your bitch. I'd much rather be the martyr. I'm not lowering myself to be your bitch and kiss your ass. I'll kick your ass. How about that? Somebody asked that question. This little code words that you guys use, Rapunzel. Did Rapunzel let down her hair? That means, did the traffic victim go ahead and start being complicit? That's your code word. We got your code words. You don't have our code words. Believe me, we got code words too. And you don't know them. So he's like, I don't think so. I think she's going to choke him with it. What it looked like to me. This is Cyndi. This is not. She's different than the rest. But Charles doesn't know that. He's fucktard. Alright, so we hear you talking. So we're like, the guys are like, should we extract Natalie, or should we first give them the opportunity to hand her over? And you guys start talking about beefing up security at your compound? What compound? Where's that? You think they don't know? You guys are talking about her a lot these days. Alright, she hasn't gone by Natalie in a long time. Well, you think she really forgot who she is? Yeah, probably not. It's not legal, but I'm going to have her car towed until before she figures that out. And here's Lucky complaining about being asked to pull me over. A lot of cops don't like it, Charles. They don't want to be your bitch either. They're not going to kiss your ass either. That one guy was like, I'm a police officer. This guy's mentally ill. And he's asking me to pull her over. And I think that's a bad decision. I really do. And the guy goes, maybe, you may not have a choice. And he goes, oh, I'm a cop. I always have a choice. My name's on that. I'm not putting my name on the bad decision of a Looney Tune. Certified diagnosed whack job. I'm paraphrasing. He used a little more professional words than I choose to use. I choose to use words that I feel best describe you, in my opinion. In my opinion, you're a pissant. You're a pathetic. You're a reject. You're a fail. You're not entitled to fuck. You're a fucktard. You're an embarrassment. You're a failure. You like bringing heat on everybody. Because we get these every time you cause me a problem. Every day I'm broke. Every day Mike Nealeys in jail. Why is he still in jail? And I guess we can add to the list every day Natalie's not home with her mother, her family. Not an injury on the arrest report. Not a fucking injury. Red swollen right hand. He's got an IV in his right hand. That would make it red and swollen. There's no bump on the head. There's no head injury. He's found unconscious, in respiratory distress, dying. He was going to die. In order to save his life, they gave him Narcan. I'm telling people in all kinds of emails between January, February, March 2020, he didn't do it. I'm emailing the Florida State's attorney. He didn't do it. He was drugged. He didn't do it. He was drugged. He didn't. These guys, the guys that did it, they like drugging people. He didn't do it. He was drugged. You better fucking listen to me, bitch, so you don't go to jail with them. I mean, God, this is going to be quite the roundup, don't you think? Princess Cuckoo Bird. You brought heat on your whole thing. All right, see, I'm telling him, March 2nd, right here. He was drugged. He didn't do it. Where's the tox panel? Where's the full tox panel? At the hospital, after he's been given Narcan, after Narcan has altered his blood results, they gave it to him to save his life. He was going to die. They had to. But it would have been nice if they'd pulled some blood before to tell, why is he dying right now? There's no head injury. He's unconscious. Something caused him to be unconscious. Let's draw blood so they can run a test and see. And they didn't. The other guy in the room is dead from beatdown. How do you be in a fight with somebody and cause them to die due to internal decapitation, hitting the head back and forth so hard it's like they were in a car crash? And the guy that did that has nothing on him? I don't think so. Detective 101 says that doesn't add up. I don't think so, Mr. Perry. You did it. And there it is. May. Not till May did they all say, yeah, he was given Narcan because he was going to die. They were trying to kill him with opioids. Got to get her back to Texas so we can do more to her. Get her kicked out of her home. We can't take her money and get her kicked out for non-payment because of COVID moratorium, so let's do it on smoking. And that was on the 9th of February. And this was right after Judge Kirkendall said, leave her alone, I have to rule out entrapment. It looks like you're provoking and trying to entrap her. Just like she said. When she's in jail in West Texas under false arrest, because you did what it said in the McNamara email of 10/29/2015, you did it in January. Specific detailed information we get, Mr. Perry, to put you in jail and anybody helping you. The best I can do in my life is be the bitch of a sex weirdo and kiss his ass. That's I got nothing better. All my kids are gonna have to explain that for long after I'm gone. It's fine. Oh my God, I'm like, I'd rather be the martyr. Better you than me. It's not gonna be me. I'm not lowering myself. I know you guys could kill me. I know you guys could kidnap me. We hear you talking about it all the time. And I'm like, not without a fight. I'm not gonna kiss your ass. I'll kick your ass. You're gonna get a fight. You're gonna get a fight every day till they put you in jail. Because the thing is when you do the crime, to me, it's different. You get caught. You get fucking caught. We get stuff like that, Calvin. That was you, wasn't it? We get information. Mr. Perry types in my phone. We take. And I'm like, wow. Looks to me like we got. Looks to me like we took. Princess, why don't you take your dress off and act like a man? Put your little doll down and take your purse and put it over in the corner. You and your doll have matching dresses. You feel pretty? Get off your ass. Quit acting like a girl. Go be a man. Go home to your family and leave everybody in Oklahoma alone. You don't have a choice. It speaks to your delusion that you think you have a choice. You don't. He said, in response to your threats and bribes, no. You owe her legitimate debt. Give back what you took. Fix what you broke. And get the fuck out of her life or I'll do it for you. And if I have to do it for you, I will not forget that. Nor will you. Nor will you. Just period. That's the way it is, Charles. He's getting the information. He controls the flow of information, not you. He won't call you back. I talk to him every day. You're not worth his time. You know where his time's best used? Getting intel to put you in jail. So you can't hurt me or anybody else again. Or Natalie. Or anybody. Okay. So, she did do exactly as she was told. Is she gonna go to jail too? Maybe. There's my grade. Until you guys found out that was my grade. Like you think it's your business. Button in again. Connie Curry. Okay, there's my bachelor's degree program. I had a 3.9 until these men had a meeting and decided to try to figure out how to make me fail. We told you a month ago to fix it. You gave us more intel because you didn't. You asked for it. This was the taking out of my taillight to have me pulled over. I was told beforehand. We always get it before. This right here. Look at the date on that. Okay, I'm sorry. That was in February. This was in March. This might have been a repeat though, of Judge Kirkendall. Why is it not? Why is it now in Judge Parker's and Judge Egan's court? Yeah. See, when you do things like make a problem with my school, we always get more intel. The intel will be used to put you in jail, so you can't do that again. I won't be broke ever again. I'll get my privacy back. He'll go around and fix all the messes you made, and then he won't forget that he had to do it for you. I gotta repeat myself all the time. Look at all that. Those are recordings of y'all. Those are recordings of y'all. Those are recordings of y'all. That's what traffickers do. They take your personal documents. They get a passport with forged documents, stuff like that. Take her computer. Take her car. There's your detailed plan. Any other victim have this before you do it? I do. This is a witness statement. Look at that. That's from the book Sexual Homicide by one of the guys who founded the FBI profiling thing, Ritual Wrestler. According to Britain, subjugation of the victim is of importance to this type of sexual killer. Cruelty and infliction of pain are merely the means to effect subjugation, and that's what we hear. You guys say that all the time. Can we get her subjugated? Can't we get her to mind us? We've never had one with this much longevity. We hear it a lot. Look at that. You act like you don't know what it means that we have this. All of these is a subject line to one of the emails we got where I'm typing up what you just said. Natalie Holloway's name is coming up a lot in your conversations. And last night, when it came up again and I said something about it, the next thing our guys are like, should we extract her? Or are they going to just, we told them to give back what they took, fix what they broke. That means Mike Nealey goes home. That means Natalie Holloway goes home. No problem. I'll ask for mercy. If not, throw the book at him. If I have to do it, I will not forget that. Nor will they. If I have to do it for them, I swear to God, I won't forget it, nor will they. Every time you make a problem for me, every day you invade my privacy, every time I'm broke, every time I gotta make a phone call to fix something you caused a problem with, every day Mike's in jail, every day Natalie's sitting in a place where she should not be, not with her family, we get more. And more. And more. We take. You with your, I always get my own. Oh my God, shut up, weirdo. Okay, you're not all there. We quote you, you're not quoting us. Every day for 10 years. You can't name our people, we named a bunch of yours. Get a grip on reality, dum-dum. Yeah, you're in a lot of trouble. It's different when you do it to me. It's the same every time you do it. We get the information before, not after. I don't even type it all up. I don't have time. I got school and shit. I got to try to dodge your pitfalls and crap. Okay, today they're like, I think she saw you coming around the corner because she always does something different. Maybe those guys have a satellite and they're telling her everything. Yeah, sometimes that's true. They do. They're watching what you're doing, and there's times when they don't allow it, and there's times when they do allow it. I have been pulled over. There's a reason they allowed that. We want the list. We want the list. We got a case to prove, Mr. Perry. I'm going to catch my bad guy. I'm going to prove my case. You're not getting in my way. You are giving me more ability to do that. You're giving me more evidence to do that. So easy, it's not fair. So we got all this. Not going to let you guys sit in a room and just get caught all day. Not spending any more money on that. 10 years. It took him 10 years to come to that conclusion. That's funny as hell. Okay, who's Betancourt? Huh? Alright, so we got all this. Those are subject lines to emails I sent that were they're recordings of them. Every time they cost me money, every time they cause me a problem, every time they invade my privacy and butt into something that's not their concern, we get more. And more, and more, and more, and more. Look, here's Muffin Man. Because Charles was butting into something that's not his business. Yep. Then we got this. All those names. Who's Betancourt, Charles? Kate Beverly. Who's Beverly? Beverly's all worried about my shoes. Uh-huh. Look at all that. Look at all that. She can use mere puffery if you want to lie and say that this is a political ad. But the problem is, it specifically says on it, this is not a political ad. That is supported by the content of crime. There's nothing political here. It's all about your crime. So I don't know how you're going to make that lie work. You guys have a lot of meetings of, how can we make this lie work? How can we make it work? I got to sit down and we got to figure out, how can we make that lie work? Like laughing, oh my god. That's funny. I can unravel a lie in 30 seconds, same as any seasoned detective. There you go. If it's a good detective, not like a Scambia. Okay, here's your kidnapping plan. We got that too. Let's kidnap her. We got your code words. We got, that's not the whole of it. There's a whole lot more than that. You guys have no grasp on reality. We're sitting here showing you what we got. This is going to be used to get a conviction in jail. Look at the code words. These are your code words. You don't have ours. See? Pin the tail on the donkey. Ah. That means a false arrest. And Papa John's means to deliver the victim to the buyer. You know, human trafficking, Tim, comes with a life sentence per count. Plus, you would be charged with kidnapping, especially considering you're going to cross state line. Where is Natalie Holloway? Which one of you boys has Natalie Holloway? Do we extract her? Or are you going to turn her over? What do we do with Mike Nealey? Because he is not to be in jail one more day. I'm not to be broke one more day. And you're not to invade my privacy one more day. And if he has to do it for you, he will make sure he does not forget that. Nor will you. We got all this when you cause me a problem or a loss or invade my privacy. And no one else has that. Nobody else has it. We always find out before, not after. It's simple concepts, Charles. Before, after, same, different. Cause and effect. So look at all this. I mean, this is a lot of shit we got here. When you cause problems with school, our guys got pissed off. So News Nation is doing some polling and some studying and research on Americans' view of crime. Americans are sick of crime. Why did you think everybody would be okay with your crime? They don't like crime. They're sick and tired of the police being corrupt and not fucking dealing with the crime. They're sick of the court systems being corrupt. We got Mike Nealey in jail while the true offenders are out re-offending. That's a huge problem for you. So, what day will my guys be done and then arrest all of you? It's going to be quite the roundup, don't you think? All of this stuff we got, Mr. Perry, because you can't understand words. When he said in March 2020, you don't invade her privacy, you little peeping Tom. You don't contact her or her family in any way, shape, or form, directly or indirectly, ever again. Leave her alone. Have some respect. And she'd better not be broke again. You don't interfere and butt in with her commerce and her contracts and her income so she can afford her own dental care. You don't ruin her and then come pretend to be a hero. And somebody's going to clean your clock. That's all I can say. Look at that. The intel is to put you in jail. Right here, we asked. The intel, Charles, is to put you in jail. When you contact me, we always get more intel. When you ask about leaks, that really gets us intel. That asshole has a lot of nerve. And you never get answers. I will never help you. You pathetic bitch. Stop being a pussy and go home to your family and act like a man. This right here. We asked the Judge Egan, please tell us, because Mr. Perry's name's in my bond conditions, it says he can't contact me while I'm in jail, while they're doing all this stuff. First of all, that is an admission of guilt And that is that's an admission of guilt and agreement to stop. So he has agreed in front of Judge Darnell to stop. There's no way they're going to put a state senator's name in bond conditions that state will leave her alone. Right? Unless he said, yes, I'm stalking her. I'll leave her alone. Somebody had the other day a conversation about a jurisdiction. You guys call up, she's in violation of Texas Penal Code, blah, blah, blah. And the guy goes, stop right there, let me interrupt you. She's not in Texas, hasn't been in Texas for 9 years. The girl could have gone to Texas with her ex-husband, and she didn't. She spent 6 months sleeping in her car, not eating and not taking a bath, to not go to Texas. So she's very, very much not availing herself to anything to do with Texas. There's there's purposeful availment. There's purposeful intent on her part to avoid Texas. Second of all, you're always in Oklahoma. You're never in Texas either. So I don't see Texas has jurisdiction over shit. Because she's in Oklahoma. She's sleeping in her car and not eating and not taking a bath to avoid going to Texas. Just with her ex-husband. She's not going to Texas. She's making it very, very clear, I will not go to Texas. And I'm sleeping in my car. I'm going without food. I'm being deprived of food and shelter. But I am not fucking going to Texas. And on top of that, you fuckers are always here. And we can't get you to leave. So, where does Texas fit into that? Yeah. Dumb. Should have thought that through. Okay, so I'm asking the judge, I think, because he said, yes, I am doing what she says, and I agree to stop and not contact her ever again, that this constitutes a contract. And I asked Judge Egan, please rule on whether or not this constitutes a contract, and is it binding Mr. Perry? In Oklahoma, when a contract is drawn up and one person signs it, they are not held to the terms of the contract if they are under duress. And there's several things listed as things that cause duress. Being incarcerated, illegally incarcerated, is one of those things. So, I signed it, and here's the thing though. I wasn't contacting you. I'm trying to move twice to get away from you and have no contact and no conflict with you. I fucking hate your guts. We all do. We get the help, not you. What do you think that means, Charles, that people are helping us, not you? A man's kindness brings blessings. His cruelty will be his downfall. Now, you go see your special ed teacher as to what it is you think that means. I'm not going to I'm done being my job is not to explain things to you that most people just know. You have an attorney for that? You can afford a special ed teacher? I'm done with it. I'm fucking done with your fucktard problem. Don't bother me with that shit anymore. You get somebody else to help you with it. A man's kindness brings blessings. His cruelty will be his downfall. At the same time, they interfere with my student loan money. They interfere with my DoorDash. All of a sudden, I don't have complaints. All of a sudden, I get 3. She didn't give me my food. Here's the thing, though. I always take a picture. You have to take a picture if you leave it at the door. You can't show delivery unless you take the picture, and it has something in the app that allows you to show that you left it at the door. But when somebody just says, hand it to me, you're taking a picture is optional. I take a picture either way. With every delivery, you hold the food up, I'm going to take a picture of it and keep it. So, most of the time, I'll text it to the person. Not always. It depends. Usually depends on whether or not the guys will tell me, it's your people. You've illegally accessed my phone, and you've illegally used the DoorDash app to interfere with my privacy, invade my privacy, interfere with commerce and contracts. Yeah, okay. And so the guys tell me the other day, you got cameras at this house. Take a picture of it. They didn't tell me where it was. I got to look for it. They know I'm not stupid. There's a reason they brought me in this. So, by the way, they know what kind of money I can make, Charles. Your bullshit is not going to work with our guys. Yeah. Okay, there's this. So I'm like, there it is right there. This one wasn't a doorbell camera, it was that. This house may have also had a doorbell camera. Some do, some don't. If there's a garage, But right here is when you should have realized something was different this time. Right here. 2015 and 16. But you're dumb, so, Okay, so this is a lot of intel, Perry, going to be used against you in a court of law to get a criminal indictment and conviction. Look at this. There was like 3 of these right in a row, or it just wouldn't. My app just wouldn't open. Look at that. Illegal access and use of an electronic device. We got your code words. We got everything. All the stuff that you don't want us having, we got it. You took it because you took from me. You took from me. Names. Name one of my guys. Go at one meeting. Alright, so we got this blog. And I'm like, if you think about it, I mean, we're quoting them. They've never seen that before. They're not quoting us. All these guys that pull me over, all these guys, people I use that I deliver food to, and they're waving at me and got a lap dance from me. I'm like, do you realize who you were getting a lap dance from? I mean, I'm one of them. I'm one of the dragon slayers. Right? The people you can't get to. I'm one of them. The guys that are getting information and evidence nobody else has, I'm one of them. Do these guys realize that? It's power. They're in the presence of power. Power to do what you've not seen before. But here's the thing. Power is in service. It's not in beating people up. A man's kindness brings blessings. His cruelty will be his downfall. Service is power is in serving other people. Relieve suffering caused by crime. Yeah. I'm a dick way is not working anymore, is it? No, it's not. A lot of evidence on this whole. Each page has a lot of evidence we've collected against you. Like Justice Scalia dies in West Texas. When you're planning to perpetrate a fraud upon the highest court in the land, send me home. Say we'll leave her alone with these bond conditions, and Judge Egan never made her decision. She said it's res judicata, and it doesn't qualify res judicata, and there was not a hearing. Is it intrinsic fraud, or what is that? What should we call that, Mr. Perry? Okay, so here's our disclaimer. I assert my right to equal protection of all laws against witness tampering, retaliation, coercion, sex trafficking, stalking, peeping, hacking, cloning, all of it. Getting in my business that's not your business. This is about using phones to stalk, and now voyeurism is a big thing, and trafficking involves stalking. This is, so does murder. Murder in the first degree, kidnapping, all of that involves stalking the victim first. Kind of learn their habits and what they do all day, and when they go here and when they go there, to find the most opportune time to kidnap or murder, right? And it's not hard. It's Detective 101. So this is what cops are supposed to do, Richard. I hand them the police report, and so they can obstruct justice and destroy my evidence. And they also drugged me. And I'm arrested for filing a false police report in retaliation for Mr. Perry doing his job. He doesn't know what his job is. It's not stalking and selling people, is it? No. That's not what you do to pass a law in Texas. And all my conversations, I've already showed this, from 2011 on, were about being stalked. Nothing at all political. Mr. Perry was the new guy. I've been in it all my life. I don't need help from the new guy. You don't move into a neighborhood and you've been there 3 years, and then some new guy moves in and you go ask him to introduce you to the neighbors, do you? You've been there 3 years. You already know all the neighbors. He needs you to introduce him, right? Stupid things you guys say. We don't even know. Okay, so down the page, there's quite a lot of links to what happened with my first false arrest, how they obstructed justice, how they, it's right here, how they destroyed my evidence, and all, why in the hell TPD thought it's professional to give my police report to the offender and not have me in for collection of evidence, properly collecting my evidence. I don't know. Justice Scalia dies when they're planning. We're going to send her home, harass the hell out of her. Then when she complains, we'll say she's harassing us. It was all over the jail because you discussed even prisoners. everybody told me, get rid of your phone, here's what they're gonna do. And sure shit they have. So, Justice Scalia dies. He's a First Amendment guy. Burning the flag is free speech, he said. So, you didn't like that, huh? So he didn't die in just anywhere. He died in West Texas. He didn't die just any time. He died right when they were planning that. What are the chances? And William O. Ritchie is a commander, retired commander of DC homicide. DC police homicide. He starts questioning why was protocol not followed as it would have been had he died in DC. That's fishy. Okay, so all that's here. Anybody can look at it. We go chapter and verse, we go through it. And we also go through Mike Neely's case. We Sherlocked that bitch. It's not hard. Detective 101. Anybody could do it. Yet it's us doing it. Now Natalie Holloway's name is coming up in your police chatter. Recordings of you guys talking. So, I'm going to tell you this one last fucking time. What he said in March 2020 is, Cynthia's privacy is not to be invaded anymore. You do not contact her or her family again in any way, shape, or form, directly or indirectly. And she'd better fucking not be broke. You get your hands out of her wallet. You respect her, you respect the law, you act like a grown-ass man, and get the fuck out. Or I'll do it for you. And if I have to do it for you and go around and clean up all your messes for you, I will not forget that, nor will you. Period. Just like that. Since then, after that is when we got a lot of the information I just showed. After March 2020. So, you do what you do. Everybody else thinks you're disgusting garbage. Like these guys.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman's giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. You need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
Oh, that's okay.